We in there.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Hey, this is GMS Charlotte. I'm the brother Aishiyar.
I'm the brother Sakalah.
All right, we're back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And before we get started, I want to say, Call Allah La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Quadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David is pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, man, we just out here in the spirit, man, just pushing the word on another day, okay? You see, Hebrew Israelites is the main topic in the earth right now, man. Why? Because we're at the end, man. Right. All right? Knowledge shall be increased, as the scriptures say. Yep. All right? We're in that period of time where that great awakening is happening in the earth. The valley of dry bones, okay? The elect waking back up and coming back upon their feet, man. You see? Right. So this is a heavy time that's going on in the earth, man. All right? And we just want to prophesy with the scriptures, all right, and edify that, you hopeful brothers out there, man.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna go into a few scripts. Just getting into the man of sin, Esau.
That's right.
Esau is the man of sin. You so-called white people, Adawamians in the Hebrew. You are the Edomites. And the scriptures speak about you adamantly. We'll first start off by going into Psalms. Before I get into the scripts, going into Psalms 119 and 104. And it reads, it says, "Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way." Ooh. So as we precept the Bible, like we're told to do, read precept upon precept, line upon line, we see who Esau is. He's revealed clearly in the scriptures. So as you go through the precepts, now I'm gonna go over to Psalms 140. And this is going into Esau. It's King David speaking.
That's right. Speaking
about Esau.
That's right.
You know, it's prophetic what he's saying about the Edomites, who in the scriptures are the wicked of the earth.
That's right.
This is Psalms 140, starting at verse 1, and it reads, "Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man." This is what King David asked. He was praying to the Most High. "Preserve me from the violent man." King David called the Edomites the violent man, the evil man in the scriptures. Verse 2, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. The Edomites are the mischief makers on the planet. They're the ones causing all the confusion, all of the chaos and craze. I was looking up some stats here at camp. We was looking at the Crusades. The brother was speaking about how they come act like they're Christians, right? And during the Crusades, they had killed like the estimates was between 1 and 9 million people. Now that's a big estimate when you break that down. Esau is the one been going around killing everybody. He's the man of sin. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, continually they are gathered together for war. Yep. And that's been their MO, going back to Psalms 27. Going back to Psalms 27, you know, that has been their MO. So through the precepts, we see clearly, you know what I'm saying, who the Edomites are. We see very, very clearly who the Edomites are. And we see who the ones that's behind all the mischief and all the terror on the earth.
A quick precept just to add on to that, Psalms 140. All right, this is Psalms 43 verse 1. "Judge me, O power, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust men." Okay? Right. And the nation of Edom is an ungodly nation, yes. Man. They're being revealed as the devils of the earth, man. All right, and that's why you're seeing an all-out attack on the Hebrew Israelites, man.
That's right.
Okay, because these devils are going to continue to pretend like they don't know who we are, man. Right. Like they don't know that the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Hispanic is the true Israelite, man.
That's right.
All right. John 4:22, man. Yep. Salvation is of the Jews, man.
That's right.
Okay. This is the words of the Messiah himself, man.
That's right.
All right. So reading that again, bring that back to you. Psalms 43 verse 1. "Judge me, O power, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man."
That's right.
You see?
And this ungodly nation is the same nation who said that the Bible was the standard, should be the standard of the land, and be the standard in their land. They don't uphold the teachers of the scriptures. They uphold, you know, in every lie is a little truth. So they give you a little bit of a truth, about 1%, and 99% of it is a lie. So these are the devils the Bible speak of. These are the deceivers on the earth. I'm gonna continue on in that Psalms 140. This is to go into what you're saying. This is the slander that's been coming that King David spoke about from the Edomites. It's the slander that we receiving now. All you brothers is out here pushing this word. Verse 3, Psalms 140 and 3. "They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips." So that's showing that once again, and going back to the garden, not to deviate from the lesson too much, that's showing that that was not a snake that Eve was talking to. For you simple-minded niggas out here, and for you Christians, you so-called Christians.
It was a surreptitious individual, man.
Yes.
Okay. He had serpent-like characteristics, man.
Yes.
He was a deceiver, man.
That's right.
All right.
Verse 4. This is what King David said. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. He said, keep me from the wicked of the earth. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
That's right.
The Lord said, Lord Yahweh Shai gave that power to them. Going back to Genesis 27.
That's right.
You know, to the Edomites. When Esau cried out for his blessing, you know, he said, you're going to dwell in the fatness of the earth, and by the sword, you're going to rule.
Yep.
So that's how we know who the wicked is.
That's how you know.
It's not confusing. Preserve me from the violent man. King David called the Edomites the violent men on the earth.
Come on, bro.
And this came out now. You know, I read this article that came out, I believe, a couple of days ago, how it's angry young white men that are basically terrorizing the United States, man.
That's right.
Roughly paraphrasing, man. Right. So this devil is being found out to be the terror, man, the terrorist, man, the problem, man.
That's right.
You see?
Yep, the real problem. One of the octave called them the cancer that's on the earth. It's like if you got cancer in your body, they the cancer that it'd be like having cancer in your whole body. The earth is polluted by Esau. Esau, the elder brother of Ram, put out a video just recently going into how Esau revealing his nature. He goes out in nature and he kills for sport. One of the brothers in the camp, Tazamak, he came. I believe it was Tazamak, one of the brothers, showed how many people. I mean, I showed the buffaloes. I'm killing the buffaloes off, killing so many of them. He kills for sport. He's bloodthirsty. That's the Edomite. It's what he said. That's what King David said. Keep me from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man. He's a violent man. You know, who have proposed to overthrow my goings.
Got a little precept for you. This is Job 21, Slakia, Job chapter 20, verse 27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. And that's what you're seeing right now, man. The whole entire planet Earth is crying out against this devil, man.
Yes.
Okay? Even from nature, from animal life, man. Everything is suffering on this earth, man. Scriptures talk about it in the book of Romans, how all the creation groaneth, man.
Yep.
Okay? And that's just showing you how, what does it tell you in Proverbs about how when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn?
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody's rising up against this devil, man.
That's right.
And this is how you know that he's at his end, man, because he's being revealed in his time.
That's right. I'm gonna go with another precept to what the elder brothers just brought out. This is more of the ways we know who Esau is. This is Malachi, because through the precepts is how we get to understand it.
That's right.
That's why we hate you devils, and we know you devils hate us, and that's okay, because y'all in proper order for hating us. This is Malachi 1, and starting 1. The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to Israel. The Lord is only dealing with Israel. He said he in the midst of Israel.
That's right.
By Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? Yet I love Jacob, and I hated Esau. So first and foremost, the Lord hates Esau. He hates the Edomites, you know, and that's proper balance on the earth. The Lord can't be all love. The Lord can't be all the Lord. He loves, he hates, he's jealous. We got the same emotions the Most High and Yahweh Shai got. It says, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, wherein Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. I'm almost at the point. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, plural, them means more than one, many, the people of Esau, the Edomites. It says they shall call them, the Edomites, the border of wickedness. Anywhere the Edomites go, they're the border of wickedness.
That's right.
When they took their red ass down to Australia and ran the indigenous people off the land and up in the mountains there, that was the border of wickedness, killing them off. When they came here to kill off, you know, the northern kingdom here in the Americas, they're the border of wickedness. When they carried their red ass out in the caves and came into Europe and started the Renaissance period and all that, it's the same thing. It's the same MO. That's the Edomite. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people, all of them are the people whom the Lord shall have indignation forever. Right. So that's righteous anger the Lord got against the Edomites. So the Lord hates the Edomites. Why? Because he calls them the border of wickedness. Right. He set them up to be the world's whipping stick. You know? And that's who he used to bring judgment on the earth. Right. But that time is coming to an end, because, you know, the scriptures say better is the end of a thing. I get it. You got it? The scriptures talk about that. The elder brother gonna bring it. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So the end, this is sweet. This is like you drinking back in the day when we used to, you know, didn't know better. We drink Kool-Aid, and then at the bottom it'd be real sweet. This is the sweet part of it. is the end of the Edomite rule. And Kwam Yasharallah, the rise of Jacob, the rise of Israel. That's the time we're in. So the slander, you know, the surreptitiousness, the tongue being used, you know, as a weapon against us, because that's another one of Esau's tools. One of his powers being having the power of the sword is his tongue, is his words. So that's why CNN, NBC, whoever else is out here, you know, dealing with a lot of these guys. Chief Ephraim has been in the news recently. That's why we got that. So that's one of the main things, which is cool. When you good, which is Esau's tongue, you know, being a sword.
Here we go. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
That's right. And Yashar Allah, the princess of the power of Israel, is the patient in spirit, dealing with the elect. Because you two-third niggas is not patient. You know, and y'all not gonna come back to the Lord. So the elect, the 1/3 and 144,000 are the patient in spirit. Can you read it one more time for me, Baba Kashar?
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
It's always better at of the end of a thing. And why is that? Because it's the end of the rule of the wicked. The scripture tells how this will be the last ruling Gentile nation. So that's a great thing. It's a great time, you know what I'm saying, to be coming into the fold and to be coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right, brother. It says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
And we know who the proud in spirit is. The same one who's a border of wickedness. He's a proud man. He's the same man, you know, who in Obadiah talks about that. Matter of fact, go to Obadiah. It talks about Esau's characteristics, you know, being the wicked, which is, I'm gonna get it right here. It's Obadiah 1 and 3. And it reads, Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. That's the Edomites. You so-called white people, you are the Edomites. You dwell in the clefts of the rocks. You came down out of the clefts of the rocks, but you still are a cave rock dweller, whose habitation is high, saith the Lord. Who shall bring me down to the ground? So the Edomites.
That's the mindset.
It's a mindset.
Who walks around the earth thinking that they're untouchable, man? You know, who set themselves as God on this side, man?
That's right.
You know?
I'm gonna jump down to verse 6. Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out, you Edomites? How are his hidden things sought up? And that's what the scriptures say in Thessalonians. I think it's 1 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, I believe it is.
Yeah, chapter 2.
It goes into how the Edomites, the man of sin, will be revealed. That's what's going on the times we're in. It's the times of prophecy, which is Israel is revealing, the elect is revealing who the Edomites are. You know, you so-called white people.
Get that. You know? Get that in Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians chapter 2. Jump down to like verse 8. All right. Because it said that this devil would be revealed by the spirit of his mouth. All right. Give me that real quick.
I got you. 2 Thessalonians 2. Starting at verse 8.
Start at 7.
7. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. And it reads, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
That's right.
Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Right, and that's the only reason why these devils are ruling right now, man. All right, they have to fulfill prophecy, man. He was set up on the left-hand side to fulfill the will of the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? The wicked had to rule on it. He's the last ruler of this planet, man. He's the last rulership on this earth before Israel is established. Okay? Keep going.
Verse 8, and it reads, and then shall that wicked be revealed.
And he's being revealed. Go ahead.
Whom the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Right, this devil is being destroyed by the word of the Lord, man. All right, he's being consumed by the spirit of the Lord's mouth, man, which is through the true prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Starting with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone and their brothers on down, man.
That's right.
Okay, we're the only ones that's going on Esau, man. Everybody else is trimming the gospel, denying that the Esau is a so-called white man, so on and so forth, man. Okay, but as the scripture said, that he would be revealed in his time. Go ahead.
That's right. And it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Because the scripture, what does it tell you in Isaiah 63, that the Lord is not going to meet Esau as a man, man. Okay? He's going to come with the brightness of his coming, man. All right? Because these devils, like I say, man, they're watching the chariots in the heavens, man. The chariots have been revealing themselves for some time right now, man.
Yep.
You're seeing sightings all over the world, man. Why? Because we're in the information age, man.
That's right.
We're in the age of technology. People have cell phones, they have cameras, man. They're catching these things all in the sky, man. All right? This is a spiritual phenomenon going on right now, man.
That's right.
All right? Keep going.
Verse 9, even him whose comings is after the working of Satan.
Even him whose comings is after the working of Satan, man. All right? The spiritual demon Satan is the power of Esau, man.
That's right.
He's going to come with his lying wonders. He's going to come with his technology, his
Yep.
RFID chip, man.
Yep.
All right? He's going to come with these things, man.
Yep.
His witchcraft, so on and so forth, man. This is the reason why this earth is in the current state that it's in, man.
That's right.
All right?
Yeah, and it's trickery. I read a book one time called From Niggas to Guys, and it went into this term to my technology calling it tricknology. And this next verse goes into how he's tricked the earth, how he's bamboozled and put everybody under a spell. Verse 9, even him whose comings is after the workings of Satan with all powers and lying wonders.
All power and signs and lying wonders, man.
Yep.
Okay? So he's going to come with full deception, man.
Yep.
In these last days that we're living in, man. All right? He has his technology. He knows how to. He has those 3D images where he can create people out of thin air. You know, his media outlets.
Yep.
You know,
everything,
man, through the deception, man, through that power of deception.
Yep.
You know,
that's right. Verse 10, and with all deceivableness.
With all deceivableness, man. That's his power, man.
Yep.
That's why the scriptures tell us it's what 2 Corinthians 2:11 that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. It says of unrighteousness in them that perish because they receive not the love of the truth. And that's showing you the Lord is only dealing with the elect.
Come on, bro.
You know, because it says, I'll read it again. It says, verse 10, 2 Thessalonians 2:10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish.
Yep.
And the reason why they perish, because they receive not the love of the truth.
Yep.
You know? And that's the reason why the 2/3 got to go. So you niggas that don't want to receive this word, it's not the men that's bringing it, you know? It's the word. The Lord says, because you despise this word. These are the words of the Lord. Right? We just the vessels the Lord used to push his message. It says, they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. That's how you're going to get salvation. It's by receiving, you know, the love of the truth.
Yep.
And the scriptures talk about how when you come into this understanding that there's a labor of love. You love to work and do the work of the Most High.
You know? I got a quick precept. Revelation 1:3, blessed is he that readeth.
That's right.
And they that hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
That's right. Blessed is he that readeth. It don't mean just to read. It means to read and understand with accuracy.
Right.
So you got to be taught properly. It's a process. It's a process into coming into the fold and serving the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And hopefully obtaining salvation. And that process is literally to read, but it's to read and understand and be taught properly. So you got to be taught by the real men of the Lord. Can't be taught by anybody. Then after that, you start the process. You read, you understand, and then you start the application. You start applying. You start doing the word.
That's right.
So you learn the word, and then you do the word.
That's right.
But you got to be shown properly. To add on to what you're saying, I'm gonna go back to Thessalonians in the 11th chapter. It says, second verse, second chapter, 11th verse. It says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. And that's what's happened. That strong delusion has been Christianity.
Yes.
It's been through the Roman Catholic Church and Christianity. It's been the strong delusion that's deceived the earth. That's why the scriptures talk about how that word devil means you're a deceiver. They've deceived the earth. How are they deceiving? By telling you Jews, the real Jews, you Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, that you the Gentiles. That's one of the biggest hoaxes ever been on the planet. It's telling you and showing you and convincing you that you the Gentiles. And you know, and
God love everybody.
And God love everybody. This is that strong delusion that's on the planet. So when people hear the truth of the Bible, you know, they can't receive it. You know, they can't receive it because when they hear it, it sounds like something that's a lie. When the lie is that, you know, they've been lying and telling you the things that's not the truth.
That's it.
You know, how was that? Through the devil, through the deceiver. You white people, you Edomites. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So let me see.
Trying to look for a precept.
Let me see. I got more on Esau. You can go if you want. You can go to Psalms 55 and 21.
All right, this is the book of Psalm, chapter 55 and verse 21. All right, Psalms 55, verse 21, and it reads, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And we talked about that starting off going into this lesson. War is always in the heart of you Edomites, you know? So no matter what they do, when they made the treaties with the so-called Native Americans, you know, who are the northern kingdom of Israel, they broke over hundreds of treaties. I think it's somewhere like 400 trees. So war was always in his heart. He always had a mind to conquer and to rule and to destroy Jacob. And that also goes into the scripture telling us never trust our enemy.
That's right.
Which is Sirach 12 and 10. We're never supposed to trust our enemies. So what does the world teach our people who caught up into these churches, who caught up into these false religions? They don't teach them that they the children of God, or the children of the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. What does it teach them? It teaches them that they the Gentiles and that you love everybody. You know,
and that's the doctrine.
That's through his words. His words are smoother than butter. That's that deceitful. That's a lie. That's strong delusion. That's the lies. See, the time for the lies is over.
It's over.
You know, we in a time where the Most High is casting down all of this nonsense. He bringing forth truth. This is the time where truth is actually flourishing.
Hey, that's the spirit.
That's the spirit.
This is John 4:22.
Yep.
All right. He said the time for the lies is over with, man. That veil is being removed. That covering cast. Okay. John 4:22. You worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. Yahweh is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth.
That's right. That's the only way you can worship the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You can't worship him in the way in which you want to worship him. You can't just say, well, I mean, God knows my heart. It don't work like that. You got to come back to the Lord in a state of humility.
In the right way.
You got to come back to the Lord with your face on the ground, begging and pleading that he don't put you to death. That's how you got to come back to the Lord. You can't come back to the Lord proud. Or come back to the Lord. You got to worship him in spirit and in truth. You know, and it says if the Father seeketh such to worship him, he ain't gonna allow you to worship him no other way. So you can't do it your way. You got to do it his way. You know, the Lord said in Amos 5:15 that he was gonna go and turn his face away from his people until they acknowledge their offenses. So he said you got to acknowledge that you was wrong first.
That's right.
And then do it the way I said to do it. So when I told you back when I told Moses that these things are gonna happen, all those things surely came to pass. You know, so. That's getting into the essence of how we deal with the Most High. We can't deal with the Most High how we want to deal with it. It don't work like that, you know. And that's what's got our people put to death in the past, and what's gonna get 2/3 of our people put to death in the last days. And that's the separation between the hopeful elect and everybody else. The 2/3, which is also the chosen to be destroyed, along with the wicked. So that's the separation. It's a time of division, the Lord said, right?
Yeah, that's
and I think Matthew 10.
Luke 12:51.
See?
You know?
It's a time of division we coming into.
Time of hate.
Time of hate,
Ecclesiastes tells us about that. Time of hate, time of love. Time of peace, time of war. We're in a time of hate and war, man.
That's right.
This is the end of Esau's society, man.
That's right.
Okay? Got anything else?
Nah, that's it.
Hey, well, you know, we just edified the spirit. Hopefully that lesson was edifying, man. You know, you brothers out there that's watching, stay in the spirit. We're going to close out by saying, Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David that's teaching. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.